like this. Go. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, every fight, it was hard in the north. But I say, oh well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. All red bottoms looking like I walked on the scene. Homicide damage with the pills. Young nigga came up still running from the system. Caught his homeboy stealing out the pack, so he clipped him. Been feeling down, need somebody for the lift. He been fighting with his girl cause he said it down feel him. Mama said that he got drugs in his system. New image old me, so they miss him. How the fuck I supposed to act with my father in the prison? Tell another nigga listen, back then I ain't listen. Real player with some young niggas round me crib. With some old heads out of jail, leave a nigga miss. Lot of money, but they still don't understand how I'm living. From the streets to the can, either way I'm living. I'ma rip a nigga up 1 second in a minute. Tell a nigga hit me up if he really got tension. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, every fight, it was hard in the north. But I say, oh well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. What I say? Push the button in the door, open up. Let my nigga out the whip. Ain't no shooting out the rave. Got the back and the front sold up. Tell him spin around the block right before you catch a play. Came home, started selling AA. Got some dog food on me with some act in the case. Got a K right in my home if you ran in my place. Put a bullet in his dome once it exit his face. On my knees, praying to God, telling him I'm going home if I don't live up to going hard. One night I ain't go home, girl, acting crazy cause she mad that I'm living like a star. Bitch, I'm straight up out them trenches, I ain't never had a heart. And I'm plugged in the socket, I ain't never had a car. And you want the fancy things, so you better play your part. Told that bitch you don't work, then I swear you gon' starve. My nigga telling me to praise to Allah. With some cold-blooded killers standing right in front of y'all. Everybody got a pistol, neither one got a heart. Selling drugs, every fight, it was hard in the north. But I say, oh well, all praise to my God. Left a stain in the street when we spin out the car. Red bandana tie around the road. Hope my girl could forgive me living life like a star. Like a star, yeah.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Bookit Sports community. Are we live?
We're live.
We're live. Welcome back to another episode of The Morning After. I mean, can we just get a round of applause for today's slate?
Come on. We're back.
Can we just get a round of applause for today's slate? I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I really give a rat's bagats about opening day in the MLB, but it's cool to have more sports back. Here we go. The Sweet 16 is back. NBA, NHL, and Josh, the road to 72 starts now.
Road to 72.
The Oakland Athletics need to win 72 games this year. So here's what I did yesterday, Josh. Let me tell you what I did yesterday.
Yeah. Go ahead.
After you and Lauren both sold the Demon lineups, I called my buddy and I said, hey, I need to make my first ever $500 MLB future bet.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, this is going to be gross. And it's my buddy that loves the Yankees. He's potentially the most New Jersey coded person you've ever met in your entire life.
Okay.
Big Italian boy, loves himself the Giants, thinks Tommy DeVito could be a Super Bowl champion, loves the Yanks.
All-time New Yorker.
Loves the Devils.
The DeVito part,
The DeVito, it's just Italian.
That's all you need to know.
It's just Italian.
That's all you need to know.
It's just Italian. Loves the Devils.
Mm-hmm.
Big Yankees guy.
Okay.
And I go, yo, I need you to log in to the Blue Book because we gotta place a rather large future. And he was like, okay, word, sounds good. Log in. And I go, I need you to go to MLB win totals. And he was like, okay. And I was like, listen, before you lock this in, just know that when I'm home this summer, we're going to be saddling up and riding together all summer. So you're just going to have to put some cash on this.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, okay, well, what are we taking? And I could hear his fingers scrolling down the teams. I need you to find the Oakland Athletics. He hung up the phone. So then I had to call him back. I go, yeah, I think I lost you there. And he goes, no, I just want to make sure I heard you right. Did you say the Oakland Athletics? I said, dude, they're winning 72 games in a AAA stadium this year. He goes, there is just literally no way. I was like, dude.
It's a normal reaction.
I was like, I need you to put 500 shekels on the Oakland Athletics over 71.5 wins. When he goes, well, now I have to tail.
Yeah.
Now I have to tail.
Did he match?
He did not match, but he tailed.
Okay.
For a good 100 spot.
Okay. That's all you need.
And then he sent me a receipt later on that night of an all green Oakland A's hat. And he was like, now we have to be locked in. So just so everyone know, I want everyone to just, it could be $1, $5. It's going to be the most electric sweat of the summer. All we need is the Oakland Athletics to win 72 games. We're banking on a team to do something they've never done as a franchise before.
They've never done
But here's the kicker, Josh.
They've done it.
No, I mean, just win.
Yeah. Well,
Here's the kicker, Josh. We're in a AAA stadium. I don't know if you knew that.
no, I know.
I don't know if you knew that.
I know.
AAA stadium, Oakland Athletics sweating down the Jersey Shore,
Yeah.
sweating down the summer in Dallas. Every time the Oakland Athletics play today, plus 136 against the Mariners. What if we just got one early?
Could get one early. You need like a 10-5 start. That would be massive. First 15.
If we got 10-5 in the first 15,
get
I would have.
hot.
I would be arrested for indecent exposure if we were 10-5 to start the year.
I
dude.
tailed. Yeah, lads. I tailed.
It's going to be an electric summer, dude. It's going to be an electric summer. I actually can't wait. My buddy's got Oakland A's hats. I'm going to wear the jersey when they it's going to be a phenomenal summer of sweating.
I can't believe that you're off the Bucks wagon.
Should we talk about that for a second?
should
Because
talk about
I
that.
wasn't going to get off the Pirates wagon. I was going to be a Pirates fan, but have a wager on the Athletics win total, which the two can literally live in unison. They can do the same. Coexist.
But I think Rav was offended that you just went all in on the A's. You're making videos about them, about the wager, rocking all the apparel.
But there, you just said
Never
it.
got that.
But you just said it.
No, I know.
About the
Wager. Yeah, I know.
wager. It's
But
just
you
a
got
wager.
you got all the gear. You have a Zach Geloff shirt. Is that who it is?
Well, that was.
Is that who it is?
This,
though?
but this
no,
was,
but is that who it is?
Yeah, Zach
Yeah,
Geloff
yeah.
shirt, blank jersey, and a hat. But this was all before.
Multiple hats.
This was all
There's
before.
no way you only have one hat.
I had, dude. You know,
you
I
had
had
that one sick
three.
one, that spring training one. You
I
still
have
that?
three. I had three. I have a spring training one, a normal one, and then I had an all green one when I first got to Dallas, and I left it at the house, and somebody stole it.
Mm.
Somebody stole my all green A's hat, and I will find out before I leave this state who it was, but it
Who got
happened
it?
2 summers ago. But I will find out who did it because somebody was in this house and they gripped the hat,
Gripped.
and I know they did
Gripped.
because I left it at this house.
Do we
Still
have
pissed about that.
Do
by
we
the way.
have any suspicions or no?
I mean, it either had to be one of Trent's friends or Dave's friends that was in the house at some point. Gripped.
Gripped.
Gone forever.
Gripped.
But I was prepared to be a Pirates fan.
Yeah.
I was prepared.
He wanted you off ship though.
Dude, I was fully prepared. It's like my NFL goat whale. You know, I'm rooting for the players in it, but I'm still going to tune into the Jets every single day. Still going to tune into the Jets every single Sunday and tweet
Yeah.
about the Jets every single Sunday.
Well, yeah, that's.
But when my goat whale players are playing, I'm going to tweet about their games and I'm going to talk about my wager.
Yeah.
But apparently, at a sports betting company, we're not allowed to have wagers in the sport. I'm supposed to just walk into the MLB season with no wagers. So now I'm not a Pirates fan anymore.
Yeah.
I'm off the wagon, I guess. I have peacefully and maturely stepped off the
I
wagon.
don't think it took you. I don't think it was going to take very much to get you off that wagon.
Well, I wasn't going to fight to be on it. If you don't want me on it, I'm off.
Like,
No, but I'm saying
yeah,
I
you don't
wasn't
need
going
to
to
fight to be on the Pirates wagon.
I wasn't going to fight to stay on it. If I'm going to get kicked off, I'm just going to leave. I'm not going to be on my hands and knees begging to be a Pirates fan. I was
Good.
already bought in. I had followed all the accounts. I was ready for opening day with Skeens. Like I was ready to go. I was ready to get my Bubba Chandler jersey. I was ready to fire it up, maybe go to some Pirates games. I got news for you. We're changing that Cubs trip now. I'm not going to waste my time watching the Pirates play the Cubs.
Dude, you should.
We got to find another opponent.
You should flip to the Cubs, and we should go 2-on-1 Rav in Chicago.
No, dude,
2 Cubs fans.
we're not
against the
going to
Pirates
waste our time watching the Pirates if
That's
we're
true.
going
We
to
could-
Chicago. We could find a better matchup
We could probably
for sure this summer.
than the Pirates.
We go to Wrigleyville. I'll get a Dansby Swanson jersey. You know, that's it.
Get a
I'm in on the
Dansby
Cubs wagon.
That's what I'm saying. Just get on the Cubs.
Yeah, I'm
we
on
can
the
go see
Cubs.
them play the Pirates.
Yeah.
and
Well,
Rav
no,
can
but
be in.
no.
Rav.
Not
No,
gonna- not
no.
wasting money on the Pirates.
Still no. All right.
We're going on the Cubs wagon. That'll be
All
my
right.
fandom for this year.
Cubs
We'll go
wagon.
Cubs, but I'm rooting for the A's.
That's fine. Yeah,
Game over game.
that's fine.
Cubs fan.
Cubs
Dansby
fan.
Swanson MVP.
Buyers.
Buyers.
Buyers are back.
Buyers. We're
Buyers are
buyers
back.
all year. We're buyers
Buyers.
all year. In on the Cubs. Chicago sports
go.
fan for the first time.
Come on.
Let's go. Here we go.
Come on.
We're a
We
Chicago
flipped 'em.
Cubs podcast.
The only good team in Chicago, potentially.
We're a Chicago Cubs podcast.
Yeah.
We're going to break down every Cubs game
Yeah.
in detail, every Cubs
Yeah.
signing in detail.
You'll be a good A's fan.
Yesterday was crazy in sports, dude. Can we talk about the craziest thing that happened, though? Well, let's run the graphic what in the world, because there was actually a ton I want to talk about.
Sure.
Welcome back to What in the World, the news segment of the morning after about having the news last night. Dude, we got an hour and a half LeBron James interview yesterday. I don't
did.
know if you watched the whole thing on
Did
Pat
not.
McAfee. I'm not a big LeBron guy. I do think he is exceptional. I do think there's a conversation for the GOAT. I don't think it really matters who you think is the GOAT. Both him and Jordan are unbelievable. But I do enjoy listening to him talk. Like, he is a really funny dude, and he doesn't do a lot of interviews very frequently. He did that podcast with JJ Redick, but that was clearly just a job interview, so the podcast wasn't that interesting. But I'll tell you what, I saw a side of LeBron yesterday that I actually really enjoyed, and it made me become more of a fan, and it was what I think was just him having enough, dude. This guy has done nothing wrong his entire career. He has not made a headline, other than the China stuff. He has not made a headline. He has not been caught at the club. He has not been caught cheating on his wife. He has not been caught doing bad things to his kids. He has not been caught doing anything. If you are a father growing up right now and you have kids that you want to be basketball players, LeBron James is the perfect role model. You dial in, you do things the right way, and he has done nothing but be a perfect role model for athletes and kids growing up that want to play the sport of basketball or that want to be the face of their sport.
Yeah.
And all the media has done for his point too yesterday, from the decision to now. And even when he was in high school, you got to think about the pressure that you put on a kid in high school and just say he's the next Michael Jordan.
Chosen one.
The chosen one. Michael Jordan, covers
He
of ESPN.
did get it tatted, though.
He did, but he's 17 years, dude. If I was 18 years old and people were calling me the chosen one, I got a Bible verse on my thigh. If people were calling me the chosen one and I was winning state championships and being told I was going to be the number one overall pick in the NBA draft, unanimous, saying I'm the next Michael Jordan, you don't think you're getting chosen one tatted on you at 18 years old?
Maybe.
No shit, you're doing it.
Maybe.
If you take LeBron's brain now and put it in him, I don't think he gets that tattoo.
Yeah,
but 18-year-old dude, you put all those expectations. I'm on the cover of ESPN in my high school jersey. Talking about the chosen one, yeah, I'm putting that on my body. What? Like, fucking what?
It's a nameplate, literally nameplate.
But again, like you wouldn't be able to talk to me.
He's still getting that.
Like, you wouldn't be able to talk to me. And the fact that he's been able to stay that mature in the league and really do nothing wrong. And dude, you saw John Morant get his second of fame, was in the club with guns throwing money at strippers.
Yep.
Had his second of fame. Nike gave him a shoe. He was the face of Nike for like a month, it felt like.
Are we sure that John Morant wasn't doing that before?
But I'm just saying, like, once the spotlight goes on you, and then you think about the spotlight you give LeBron, you can't find anything.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah,
and I think it's been 25 years of the media got like idiots like Stephen A. just grilling the guy for, it's literally like he said, and I do agree with him when you hear him talk about it, dude. It's got to be so frustrating. You got a guy that went to his high school that says they're like best friends. I looked up Brian Windhorst. Dude, he never played basketball at St. Vincent. He was a journalism guy at St. Vincent St. Mary's. The kids that were journalism people in my high school weren't friends with the kids that played sports. So like just going to the same high school and being like, well, this is why LeBron did this. This is why LeBron did that. And him just like staying silent and then having guys like Stephen A. and Colin Coward and Skip Bayless just literally make a living talking shit about you.
Yeah.
I can't imagine having to do that for 25 years. And this felt like the first time that LeBron was just like, I've had enough. Like, I really don't care. There's not like his armor to me right now, at least, is so bulletproof. There's nothing you can say about LeBron. And I feel like he's just in a position where now that his kids are getting older and the media is becoming more and more prominent in the NBA. And by the way, the NBA has the most absurd media. I agree with that comment from Pat McAfee. Like, when you think about NFL, MLB, NHL, the NBA media is the most absurd.
Yeah.
It's the most absurd. They
100%.
have the most absurd conversations. They have the most absurd debates, and they say the most absurd shit. But I'll tell you what, though, dude, I loved the move out of LeBron. Just going up there and just talking shit for an hour and a half, just like talking about the things that have bothered him, calling people out by name. Like, I actually loved it, dude. I loved it.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch
Everything
the
about
entire thing. I just watched clips, but I saw him say that Brian Windhorst like acts like he's his best friend forever.
He's like, these guys are weird.
Yeah, weird.
That's like a kid you went to high school with, and let's say you got really, really big, and the kid was just like talking about you on the internet, being like, yeah, I know Josh really personally.
Yeah.
And all he did was go to your high school.
Yeah. That'd be weird.
You think LeBron was hanging out with Brian Windhorst at St. Vincent St. Mary's when he was winning titles?
No.
There's zero shot, dude. Zero shot. I don't think they even shared a water in the hallway.
They probably didn't even know.
He had
didn't know
no
who he
idea
was,
who
yeah.
Brian Windhorst was at St. Vincent St. Mary's. I got news for you.
Yeah.
But I loved it, dude. It just felt like he went up there, finally talked shit. He finally said what I've been saying. By the way, too, they brought up, I don't know if you remember, I always shit on Bob Cousy when people are like, dude, he's a fucking GOAT. He was just the first guy to dribble with 2 hands, and he literally had a bad back. And I love that LeBron finally went up there and solidified what I think everyone thinks about guys like Mad Dog that think that the NBA is transferable in any generation. And he said Giannis would have 250 points in the 70s.
That was so funny.
And then they showed Giannis highlights, and Mad Dog had the audacity to go, well, you must not know who Julius Erving and Wilt Chamberlain was. If you gave Giannis 4 quarters of Wilt Chamberlain or Julius Erving guarding him, he would literally score 250 points by half.
Remember, like in NBA 2K20, when you could just use Giannis and you just hold RT and X and you just get to the rim dunk? That would be the entire game. He would sprint down the floor as fast as he can and dunk every time. No one would get in his way.
Dude, you put him in the Bob Cousy era, he would have 400 points in the first quarter.
He would just score every time he gets the ball.
And block everyone. Everyone. So
you could probably full court press them, like put him on the ball, and they would never get it up.
Never get it up. Never. He could stop the inbound. He would catch every inbound. It would get to the point where they'd be like, you can't play. You can't play. We're banning you. You can't play. And I'm not trying to disrespect those players, but like I agree with LeBron. There's an evolution that naturally happens. And unfortunately for those athletes, it's really cool. But these athletes right now, if you put them in any era, would dominate those guys. And I even agree with him being like, dude, even Dennis Rodman said that, I don't have the skill set to have played in that era. We do complain about LeBron, moaning and complaining about calls and being a little soft. I think we do forget, though, that the guy is 6'9", 230, dude. If he grew up in that era and had to play in that era, pretty sure he'd give Dennis Rodman a run for his money.
Yeah, he'd be
If guys like John Stockton could survive in that era, I'm pretty sure LeBron's physicality could translate. And I feel like we do forget.
Steve Kerr played in that era. Steve Kerr's a fucking clown.
And I'll say this, Josh, too. I feel like we forget, if you cut on the tape of rookie year LeBron and how hard he used to go to the hole, I think we just forget that this kid used to use his body in ways that
he still does.
They weren't ready for.
He's still,
but when he was a rookie,
I think he's postered like 3 people this year. So
no, 100% he has. But people are always like, he's too soft. He doesn't have the skill set. Dude, he can shoot from the logo and he's 6'9". I'm pretty sure every 6'9" guy in the NBA at that point was still learning how to spin on the low block.
Yeah, he's 6'9" with a 45-inch vertical, literally through the ceiling. Bill Laimbeer would get mucked.
Dude.
Mucked.
And he might hit him hard, but I got news for you.
It's an and one.
Let's
literally
not pretend LeBron's at a brick shit house.
Yeah, he's massive.
It made me a fan of LeBron just because there's a lot of times where athletes go at the media, but now it's like clickbait athletes going at the media, like the Brandon Jennings. And I really like Gilbert Arenas' podcast. But it seems like you only get former athletes that do it, like Pat Bev when he goes on and says like Chris Paul's a traffic. Like you really only see them go at the media when they're out of the league. So it's kind of nice to see LeBron sit up there with Pat McAfee, who I think is the best guy in media by far across every league. Like he doesn't just go up there to do hot takes. They talk about sports in a really funny way. And yeah, you have to have those takes, but they rarely will you see a Pat McAfee clip where it's
like an insane
Stephen A level take where it's like, the death beam is pointed at Earth. I want Andre Iguodala. It's like you rarely get that at the Pat McAfee show. So I actually understand why he went to the Pat McAfee show, because it's the only sports talk show where it's not just let's get a hot take off to get a hot take off to see how angry we can make people. But I love that he went up there and was just kind of, it felt for the first time, just like took the handcuffs off and was just like, yeah, Stephen A really annoys me. And the fact that like we had that moment and then he said he didn't want to talk about it. Everyone knows Stephen A wants to talk about it, dude. Everyone knew he wanted to talk about that moment. And to be like, yeah, like he's on a Taylor Swift tour. Like, I think that's hysterical. But I loved the move, dude. I loved it. It was really cool to see him talking that way. It was really cool to see him go in the media that way.
Also, can we come to a conclusion that Bronny's like actually
he's phenomenal.
Good.
He's going to be really
Remember
good.
I said that and everyone's like, you're a fucking bot. No, he's not. Blah, blah, blah. Sure. Dude, he's good. Like he can get to his spot and score at will. It seems like in the G League, obviously. Like he's still really young, but like that dude, I think will be like a good 3-and-D guy in the league for a long time.
100%.
A
He
very
might
long
be
time.
better than the 3-and-D guy.
Yeah,
if he
but I think
keeps
that's like his
developing.
floor. I think it's like his floor right now. Like you can tell that like he will at least be that in the next year or two.
100%.
Like next year, dude, like he'll be the dude coming off the bench probably for Austin Reeves. Just come in, check in for probably 15,
Dude,
20
maybe in
minutes
the
a game.
playoffs if he keeps.
Yeah, maybe,
like, And dude, the crazy part about Bronny is he's developing so quick. It feels like
100. Well, dude, you could just tell when he was at USC, like he was good. Like he was good. He just nothing was really falling, and that team was ass. Like they would never really give him enough time to get into a groove. And like I feel like you can see it in the G League now when they're playing him 35 minutes a game, 30 plus minutes a game. He is unbelievable.
Unbelievable, dude.
He's playing against grown men too. Like this is harder than college. The G League's harder than college. So,
and the dude Bryce might be better. The kid is almost 7 feet tall. He's going to Arizona. Well, give me a break.
He is a trap, dude.
He's
He's definitely less athletic though.
He's a little bit. You can tell.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's still super young, dude. Bronny really got athletic. It felt like at USC where you started seeing him like with the bounce and shit.
Yeah, but he just seems like like if you were like compare the brothers, like Bronny reminds me of Lonzo, like the athletic type, and like he reminds me of LaMelo.
Yeah, like
LaMelo's like a little less athletic, but maybe better.
Yeah. And we'll see. I think he's going to be better in college than Bronny was, but
he might be. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure. I mean, it's not going to be very hard to do that.
Yeah, I mean, he averaged like 5
3 points, 4 points. Yeah.
But it was a really cool interview. I think the one thing that I do want to talk about is I think I've been guilty of it. I think we've been guilty of it as people that talk into microphones, where you just sometimes you put yourself in a situation and you say something you probably shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen A. saying that if LeBron put his hand on him, that he would have thrown hands with LeBron James is potentially one of the worst sound bites I think that's going to go down in human history. There's not a world in which Stephen A. leaves with his life in GTA if he throws a single hand at LeBron James. And I don't mean because there would be security. No. I don't mean because other people would step in. I mean because LeBron James is a 6'9", 230-pound brick shithouse, and Stephen A. is
he's probably
6'1",
6'2", yeah,
6'2", flubby sports reporter.
I don't know if he's flubby.
He's a little flubby.
I think he's pretty strong, but I mean, you could be fucking anybody. You could be 99% of people on Earth, and LeBron is literally
murdering you in GTA.
I think Stephen A. is like actually pretty big though, low key.
That might be the worst soundbite in the history of sports. Saying that if LeBron James put his hands on you, would have thrown hands.
Yeah,
brother.
That's insane. Yeah. Also, why would LeBron put hands on you?
Exactly.
Why do you have to say that?
And then, of course, Stephen A. goes, and we'll see. We'll see how much we talk about you when you're done playing. Because I don't think it'll be as much as you think. And then LeBron hits a game winner against Pacers. Like, it's just the thing that annoys me, though, about sports reporters. And if we ever really make it, Josh, and we're on like a big network and we're talking, I just want you to remind us of this, and I'll try to remind us of this. Hopefully we get there. Maybe we won't. We are not important. We are not bigger than the athletes. We are not bigger than the sport. And I think Stephen A., there's a part of his little idiot brain in there. There's a little idiot part of his brain in there that screams at him all day that genuinely tells him he's bigger than LeBron James in the sport of basketball. Yeah. That like he is the reason why people tune into ESPN. That without him, the NBA would be nothing. And that when you compare his name and LeBron's, they're here and here. Yeah. And it's just not the reality.
Yeah, no.
It's not. It truly isn't.
You know what? Actually, you know who we're better than? The USA soccer team. Let's get off fucking Stephen A. Let's get back to that.
Let's
the
get
USA soccer team. The fact that Tim Howard is saying that we're
really
dead.
Bad. Go ahead.
Tim Howard said that we need to win the Gold Cup or we're dead. He said that we have a month and a half to figure it out. a month and a half to figure everything out. A team that sucked for what? 5 years? 6 years? We haven't been good. We're supposed to snap into it in a month and a half,
Well, dude,
and we're back.
The crazy part about that clip in their podcast is that, and it's really frustrating, dude, because I don't know. I actually last night after I sent you that went back and watched the Panama highlights. The most frustrating part about that is I don't like Landon Donovan. I think he's so annoying, and I really started not liking him in that David Beckham documentary when they talk about how he tried to big dick David Beckham by calling the LA Galaxy his Manchester United.
Yeah.
Brother. There's just some things you need to understand. And like, I think Landon Donovan has that Stephen A. Smith brain where because he was the American soccer player, that he was as big as guys like David Beckham at the time. And they were just nowhere near comparable. And Landon Donovan has never achieved anything that David Beckham has achieved with one toe.
Mm-hmm.
But when Landon, I will give him this credit though. He gave 200% every time he played for Team USA.
Yeah.
When two guys like that we grew up watching, that you would consider, I would consider Tim Howard a GOAT. I wouldn't consider Landon Donovan a GOAT, that are really big figures in U.S. soccer, say that if you don't want to try, don't show up.
Yeah.
Like I would rather have someone that gives effort than talent. And dude, I watched back just the highlights. It was like a 3-minute video. They don't even care, dude.
No, they don't.
Like the one thing about watching Clint Dempsey, at least, dude, he would get his nose broken and keep playing. Like I watched our Team USA team against Panama.
Gritty. That team was gritty.
Which is what they were trying to make the point of. It's 100%. Like, dude, if you might have talent, but if you guys don't care, don't show up. And when you watch like Wes McKinney and Pulisic and these guys play, other than Tyler Adams, I'm not even kidding, in these clips, there's no fire. There's no passion.
They just try to play so cute. And like we aren't that, like we don't play that style of soccer. We never have.
Never have, dude.
We're trying to play. We're trying to play like literally Serie A style soccer because 3 players play there and everyone else can't play that level of soccer. So it just is a shit product.
And it's not even, there's always, and you know what I used to love, dude, in high school soccer, at least I never played like really high level soccer, but my favorite thing about like playing high school soccer and club soccer, and it reigns true when you look at this level and you look at this team and the way that they play, 50-50 balls.
Yeah.
You got it. That's where you win the game because it shows how much you care. When there's a ball in the air, you're throwing your body at it. When there's a chance to go for a tackle, are you going for the tackle? When you feel someone on your back, do you ride them a little bit? They don't do any of it, dude.
Nothing.
I'm not even kidding, Josh. There was 2 50-50 balls. I can remember like very vividly in the clips where the ball goes up and we did one of these where the guy jumps and you try to just get your body under him.
Sure.
Clint Dempsey, the minute a ball was in the air, literally turned into Superman.
His tooth is going to the back of the other guy's head. Literally back of the other guy's head. And they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a rat's, dude. They don't give a rat's.
Yeah. It's embarrassing.
It really is, though.
It's embarrassing.
It really is.
I don't even know what you do, though. Because, like, do we have, like, the problem with obviously there's a couple guys that should be on the team. Like, Pulisic, you can't take him off the team.
No.
Like, but there's guys that
Tyler Adams should just be the captain. That's what we should do. You should make the guys that care important figures, and he cares.
But there's guys like Sargent on the team, like that have just been in the U.S. program forever, and that's why they're on the team. That's the problem with U.S. soccer is that it's true. Like a bunch of people I played with have been a part of the program. Like they'll literally they start you when you're 15 years old, and you're there forever. Mm-hmm. Like they never they sometimes cut guys obviously because like once you get to a certain age, like you can't stay if you're not going to make it to the next level. So, but like they keep you there. They only take guys that are in the system forever. Like they're not taking guys that like bloomed when they're 18 years old in college and like, oh, this guy's coming up. Unless like you're Christian Pulisic-esque. You know what I mean? Like they're not like finding guys that are blossoming late. Like they have to build you into what you are for them to believe in you. And it's so fucked up.
It is super.
They're trying to do like what Barcelona does, but they're not fucking Barcelona.
We're not Barcelona.
They're not Barcelona. Like that's literally what they're trying to do. And they're not Barcelona.
We're not. I agree. 100%. But yeah, Team USA is fucked.
Fucked.
The Knicks might be fucked. I don't know if you watched that game last night. had a massive lead in the first half and then just melted in the second. And this is the only thing I want to say about the Knicks before we shift gears. And I think we can honestly surf slate pretty early today because there's so many things on. And I'm sure a lot of people want us to talk about a lot of games. And we got a lot of prize picks to make.
You know what we should do? We should surf slate early, go through basketball, and then when Krabby comes on, we should go baseball because he knows he'll get his tapped in.
Get the dossier on the baseball.
He'll get his tapped in.
The only thing that frustrates me about the Knicks right now, and it's going to change when Jalen Brunson comes back. Also, Miles McBride is injured now too, so that doesn't help anybody. When the game gets away from you, and these games really don't matter. We're making the playoffs in the East either way. You're really fighting for either second place or third place right now.
We're in.
Yeah. So
we're in, you're in.
So these games, when everyone's banged up and we're already losing guys, to me, they don't really matter. If we squeak wins, that's great. I think when you have a lead like this at home against the Clippers, you need to close that game out when you have a 10-point lead. You can't get reversed after having a 10-point lead against a team like the Clippers if you're the Knicks at home. The thing that frustrates me, though, is when we're in the fourth quarter and you're down 10 with 5 minutes left, 3 minutes left, just sit Josh Hart and Cat and Mikhail. There's no reason. Empty the bench for once, dude. These guys, dude, Josh Hart was in until a minute left in the game. We were down 10 almost the whole way.
That's what Tibbs does.
But there's no point.
Dude, that's how,
that was so frustrating to me. Jalen Brunson's on the bench. Miles McBride is on the bench because they're both hurt. And now you're looking, Hawk Porty's on the bench because he's hurt. And you're keeping Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, and Karl Anthony Townsend when you're down 10 in March with a minute left in the fourth quarter. And then he empties the bench with 30 seconds left. It's like, brother, you saved him 30 seconds?
Like it really matters. Dude, you know that's how Derrick Rose tore his first ACL. Like he was out of the game with 2:30 left. We were up 14, and Tibbs put him back in the game, and he tore his ACL when he came back in. For no reason. He came back.
Dude, he's going to murder Josh Hart in GTA. I genuinely believe it. You watch Josh Hart, dude, and I love Josh Hart. We're going to really, really, really need him in the playoffs. But I'm honestly sitting here hoping he gets a minor injury so he can sit out like a month, a couple weeks, dude. Because, dude, the end of the game, he's literally sitting there like this, and we're down 15. It's like, dude, just take him out of the game. We need him more than a Clippers game in March, dude.
Yeah. I mean, you guys could lose out pretty much.
100%. 100%. And obviously, I get that, you want a good seed in the playoffs so you can play at home. But like the East is so weak right now that it doesn't matter.
It really, dude, honestly, in the NBA, I would prefer, I guess, unless you're going to 7, I would prefer being the lower seed. Because if you can go in and squeak one out on the road, you're in position A, going back home. If you lose 2-0, you still have a chance. You can go win 2 at home. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of like being the lower seed in that situation. Obviously, game 7, you're fucked. It sucks, but I would rather be the lower seed, honestly.
I don't know. It's really starting to get frustrating because I watched the Knicks games. It was one of the only sports things I watched last night was that Knicks game, and then obviously the end of the Lakers game because that was insane.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But dude, it's really, really, really starting to piss me off because even when I play video games, dude, even when I used to play FIFA, when I would grind career mode in FIFA, if I was down 2-0 with 75 minutes left, I'm subbing out my 3 best players to save their fitness in a video game.
Yeah, that's great.
And it's like, dude, I'm looking at a Knicks team that for the first time ever, Tyler Kolek is finally getting minutes. It's like, oh, you didn't realize Tyler Kolek could give you NBA minutes. And we're in March at this point, Tibbs. Like, that's really frustrating. And then, dude, we're down 10 with 3 minutes left. This game means nothing. If we come back and win, so be it. But the Clippers were red hot. Get them out of the fucking game. We're so beat up already. Why are you giving Mikhail, Josh, and Kat 39 minutes in a game where you're down 10?
Yeah.
When I feel like I operate smarter in a video game.
That's what he does, dude.
In a video game.
That's what he does. He'll run him to the ground.
Because, dude, we're going to get to the playoffs and Josh Hart is going to get hurt. He's not young. He's not a spring chicken. You can give him as much rest as you want, but on a back-to-back, too, where Josh Hart already played the whole last game, you're giving him 38 minutes when we're down 10? I was texting my buddy. I was like, dude, this is a fucking joke. And he was like, yeah, it's starting to get absurd. Like when we're down 12 and Josh Hart is in with a minute left and he looks exhausted on a back-to-back.
Bridges played 40.
Josh, the game was gone in the fourth quarter. At the start of the fourth, the game was gone.
40.
We'd already lost the game.
Yeah, that's insane. You guys did play a lot of guys last night, though.
But the emptied bench at the end of the game.
Marjan and Watson, at the end of the game. But Kolek, Shamit, DeLon Wright, they played.
They had to.
No, they had to, yeah.
But 40 compared to like 20? 40 compared to like 15?
Yeah, they got 19, yeah.
40 compared to 19.
Yeah.
When you're down 10.
Yeah.
And it's not like we don't got guys on the bench. Kevin McCullough, let's see what he can do.
I kind of like Kolek, too. Just let him go in there and shit.
Dude, the Knicks fans have been begging to let Kolek play. In the past 2 games, they've let Kolek play. Dude, I'm pretty sure he has 20 assists and 0 turnovers in 3 games.
Yeah, 7 assists, no buckets.
No turnovers, though, right?
1 turnover.
Wow, that's his first turnover.
Yeah,
then,
one
I think,
turnover.
in the last 3 games.
It's not bad though.
But dude, it's just
7-1.
It's really,
turnover's pretty good.
It's really, really frustrating.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see where the Tibbs method gets frustrating.
It's honestly, I think it's fine when you get these guys like early, but like when you have Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson for 3 straight years with him and just year in, year out, they're getting their ass kicked. Like at a certain point, it just comes to like a conclusion, I feel like, where like these guys just are going to retire early if they're with him their entire career. It's kind of what happened with all the Bulls players.
Dude,
like
I'm convinced
every single player
off of Josh
was
Hart's
gone.
career. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
He's
100%
off Josh Hart's career.
100% he is. 100% he is. I mean, dude, look at Joakim Noah. Joakim Noah was like one of the best defensive players in the league, and his prime was probably only like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
For a defensive specialist, like that's unheard of. You're usually, if you're like a specialist like that, like you're good for 10 years probably.
Yeah.
And then he was like pretty much out of the league. Derrick Rose got hurt out of the league. Luol Deng, fucking same shit. He's like aged like literal milk. Like the Lakers.
Dude,
I think he's still getting paid by the Lakers. I think he might still be getting paid by the Lakers. But it's like
last night was frustrating because dude, the game is already gone. Get them out. Like even as a fan, just get them out of the game, dude. I don't need to watch them. The game's already gone. I'd rather watch Kevin McCullough right now than watch you literally take years off of Josh Hart's career in a meaningless game in March against the Clippers.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Dude, and you got, I didn't even know you had him. Marjan Beauchamp.
Dude, he doesn't play anyone.
But he was playing for the Bucks, I feel like a little.
I think he came in the last 45 seconds and shot a 3.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
Yeah, and he shot a 3.
Yeah.
Brick shit.
It was a 2. Deep 2.
Deep
Missed.
2. Brick shit. Yeah, it was bad. I remember the exact shot.
Yeah.
LeBron's buzzer beater was nuts. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
I do think it's very cool that Luke is the guy, though, to take buzzer beaters.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty interesting.
But just like LeBron, I feel like LeBron always makes the right play. He'll never force a buzzer beater. He always makes the right play. And he had Luka at the top of the key with the defender's back turned to him. He knew that Luka was going to sauce him. He blew right past.
Sauce.
He got a great shot. It was just
sauce.
Like he like walked past that defender.
Yeah,
literally walked past.
I can't believe he didn't make that layup, to be honest with you. But
yeah, I know. Yeah. But I mean, but that's why you have LeBron. That's why it's nice Luka now has LeBron, who's like the best IQ of all time.
Unbelievable.
Playing with him. Yeah.
Unbelievable. That was really cool. Other than that, there wasn't a lot that happened in the news in terms of like really interesting stuff. Obviously, very excited for the Sweet 16. I do want to talk about one thing really quickly, though. The Kevin Willard shit is getting out of control in terms of I'm on his side here.
Wait. What stuff? I saw like a bunch of fake shit.
Since March Madness has started, Kevin Willard and the athletic director of Maryland have never had a good relationship in the 3 years he's been there.
Okay.
Ever. The guy doesn't give him any money. The guy was so focused on football that it was almost impossible for Kevin to get money. And I opened my phone today and there's a TikTok. I don't even know who the hell this kid is, but it was the first time I've ever commented on a TikTok of like sports stuff. And he was like, Kevin Willard is ruining Maryland basketball. And then it goes into, they have a chance to win the national championship. And he's over here talking about the Villanova job. Kevin Willard at Seton Hall and now at Maryland revived 2 programs that nobody talked about since the 90s in a 3-year span at Maryland and a 5-year span at Seton Hall.
Yeah.
No one has talked about Maryland basketball since maybe the fucking 80s. And Kevin Willard, in 3 years, with no help from his athletic director, has completely revived the program and has him in a Sweet 16.
Yeah.
And if he's this unhappy with the way Maryland is handling shit, and by the way, if you're a basketball coach growing up and you coached at Seton Hall, Villanova in college basketball is a dream job.
Oh, yeah.
That is a
100%.
dream
It's a
job.
top 3 job, bro.
And that, by the way, you don't have to compete with football. You don't have to compete with a big baseball program. You don't have to compete with a big hockey program.
And your conference is looked at as really good, but realistically, like you're not like the schools that you're competing with can't really compete with you. Honestly, like
100%.
money wise, it's like them and UConn kind of like I'm sure at like the top of the money list in the Big East now. Creighton maybe.
And so we're sitting here going, chastising this guy because he goes, me and the athletic director really don't have a great relationship. And then he goes, we're on the same page. Then the next day, 24 hours later, the athletic director leaves to go to SMU.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd like to assume they got on the same page. And then this guy said, fuck, I'm going, leaving. And now he's sitting there without an athletic director. The program is already not getting enough money for him to be able to do the things he needs to do at the University of Maryland. And he's brought the basketball program back quicker than the football program. And I guarantee the football budget was 3 times what he had.
Oh, well, more than that, probably.
And now he's sitting here in Villanova's going, dude, you have no one to compete with. We'll give you all the money in the world to build back a Villanova program that, by the way, is one of the most coveted jobs in college basketball. And he's a college basketball coach. And we're sitting here chastising him for getting in interviews, talking about how Maryland's not doing things for him, talking about how the athletic director was a bad guy, talking about how he can't get enough money. I feel like that's completely okay. And then he got to the point where I think he got his point across and he was able to sit back and go, okay, I got my point across. My players know where I'm at in my headspace. We're trying to win this tournament. I'm still, as of right now, I'm at Maryland.
He won't be.
And then the next, but then he got to the point where I think he knew he got his point across. And then we get and then of course the media does what the media does because their sports reporters are the most annoying people in the world. They can't just move on from a topic. They have to, every time you get up on the stage, they have to ask you about the same thing 20 times. They ask him about the Villanova job and he talks about Walter Clayton. So he's like, hey man, sometimes you kind of have to go in the media and be like, hey, just so you know, Maryland front office, what I've done with this basketball team, I don't think you could find another coach to have done it that quickly. Dude, 3 years. I don't remember the last time we talked about Maryland basketball before Kevin Willard got there.
No.
2 tournament appearances in 3 years and now a Sweet 16. And yeah, sometimes you have to go in public and be like, I need more money to do my job. You guys do not give me the resources. This school doesn't help me at all. And then he got his point across and now he's talking about Walter Clayton. Because now it's okay. We're flipping back into game mode now that I got my point across.
Yeah. And
he got stupid people making TikTok saying that he's ruining Maryland basketball. Without Kevin Willard, I don't even think we might have been fading Maryland basketball this year. We would have been like, this might be the worst team of all time.
Yeah, probably. Well, Derek Queen's still really fun.
But he wouldn't have been there without Kevin Willard.
Yeah, no chance.
So it's like the fact that now the narrative is switching. Even Big Cat is tweeting about him like, this is the weirdest thing of all time. No, maybe Kevin Willard finally has a stage and finally has the angle to be able to talk about how unhappy he's been at this big school that doesn't prioritize basketball. And he's going to use that platform. And by the way, everyone that thinks these kids care, they don't give a fuck.
The players are probably respected because if he leaves and they suck again, I mean, most of these players are going to leave, obviously, with him going. Most of the players are going to leave, but I mean, it's going to force.
He's paying the money now, so they don't give a fuck.
It's going to force the university to like actually do something and like start giving the team money or they're never going to be good again. It's kind of like teasing him.
100%. But I just wanted to say I ride with Kevin Willard. I'm in on Kevin Willard.
I knew you would.
Yep.
You always will.
I always will. Before we move on, Josh, to the Surf Slaters, let's give a happy birthday round of applause to Fruity. Here we go. Happy birthday to Fruity. Happy birthday to Fruity. Happy birthday to the Chill Lord. Happy birthday to Fruity. Here we go.
Oh.
Shout out Fruity.
You're good.
Shout out Fruity.
Shout out Fruity.
Shout out Fruity.
Is he 40 now?
Shout out Fruity. Just turned 55.
55. The big 5-5.
Who said Ope?
Didn't lower the audio.
Who said Ope? Why are they all spamming Ope? I said Shell Lord. Did we not call Fruity and Chelly the Chell Lords?
Yeah, whatever.
So is Fruity not now the Chell Lord?
Oh no, I said Ope. Oh, I said Ope because Trent kicked over the fucking Wi-Fi thing. He almost pulled the cable out of the computer. I went, Ope.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying Ope
No,
because
no,
I
no,
said
no, no,
Chell.
no.
We got to get over that too, by the way.
What?
Just as a chat.
Yeah, no. I said Ope because of that. Trent almost yanked the internet out.
Happy birthday to your Fruity. Here we go.
Come on.
Come on. All
Come
right,
on.
Josh, run the graphic. Let's surf some goddamn slate.
Let's. We're back.
Welcome back to Surf Slaters. Part of the show we Surf Slate, give you all the plays and pauses you need. Josh, Sweet 16 is here. Let's hear it one more time.
Come on. We're back. Need it.
Before we get into the Surf Slaters, I want to make an announcement that I think needs to be made. I think it is of the utmost importance that we address it and that we move on. We are never doing fucking green gobs on the show again.
Yeah, no more of those. Well, you can maybe sprinkle one in.
I
but
need to...
No more of the full entries.
We need to have a serious conversation with Lauren about it because that was one of the most disgraceful things I've ever had to put in my prize picks, and I will not be doing it again. I will never do that again. I don't want to hear about a green gob for at least a calendar year. At least a calendar year. I don't want to hear about a green gob because the fact that I look at my prize picks and I had green gob lineups that I lost money on, I'm done.
Done.
I am done. Done.
Okay.
I'm done with the gobbies.
I don't love gobs.
I'm done.
I like
done.
demons more.
Dude, I lost money on green gob lineups. I'm done. I'm done. Like, do you know how dumb I feel when I open my prize picks and I
you
got
lost
green
a
gob
1.8x?
lineup that I lost money on?
A 1.8x? You lost.
A 3-piece, brother.
The 6-piece you can probably live with. The 3-piece?
I can't even live with the 6-piece. Dude. I'm asking guys to do 20% of their job.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm done with the gobs.
Okay.
I'm done with the gobs.
Down.
I'm done. I'm
Down.
done. Normal squares are demons. I'm done with the gobs.
Down.
We're done with the gobs. And
Nope.
Krabs' Wi-Fi is out. I'm in fucking rat.
Yeah.
I'm in fucking rat.
We'll be fine. We'll figure out the board.
Krabs, what the hell?
We'll figure out the board.
5U bang!
Come on.
Sorry, we can't see the Twitch chat in terms of like sub bang, so you guys got to let me know. Shout out to 5U bang. Who dropped it? Who dropped it? Who dropped the 5U sub whale?
Who?
Krabs, get down to the local Starbucks and stop bitching. OG Sour, the
OG
5U sub bang.
Sour.
Thank you, OG
Goated.
Sour. Thank you, OG Sour. You're
Goated.
goaded, brother. You're goaded. Krabs, get down to the local Starbucks and stop fucking bitching. Or tell Goots to get on his horse and fix the Wi-Fi. How about that, huh?
How about it?
How about it? Go down to the local La La Land.
The local La La Land.
All right, Josh, let's start the Sweet 16. We got basketball to talk about.
Yes, we do.
We got potentially some of the best college basketball games of the year on. I love the matchups, even though we talk about college basketball being dead. These matchups are just good fun. They're just good fun, man. They're just good fun, and I just want to talk about them.
Okay.
And if that's okay, I would like to talk about them.
Talk about him.
Let's start with the first game of the day. Bama, BYU. Where is your head at when you look at this game? And then I'll tell you where my head's at.
I look at a team like BYU that I think matches up really well against a team like Bama.
I agree.
I think the total kind of says that, and I think BYU's a live dog in this game, honestly. I would not be surprised if they won. Wouldn't be surprised if Bama won by 10 either. I'm not really sure how I feel on the sides, but I do love the over in this game. I think one thing that we know we're going to get is points. And yeah, I think BYU has a chance.
I think a lot of people think BYU has a chance, which is why I think Bama's going to blow their doors off.
Maybe.
I think, like I've said all year, which is why I just kind of have to stand on a little bit of business here and take Alabama -4.5 or 5.5, whatever it's at now. I got it at 4.5. I'll take it at 5.5. I'll take it at 6.5 if it gets there. I have to take Bama for 2 reasons. Something I've been saying all year that I feel like I have to stand on business about is when you play the basketball that Bama wants to play, they run you out of the gym. Even if you think you like to play fast, if you play into their hands and you play as fast as Alabama wants to play, they will blow you out of the gym. And I think you're going to get a BYU team that goes, we're running. Let's run. Let's shoot the ball quick. Let's play quick basketball. And Alabama goes, yeah, what you think you're really good at, we have mastered with Nate Oates. And whenever you play to Bama's strength, they end up cracking you. So if there was a team that can play with Bama, it's definitely the Mormons. But I feel like I have to stand on business because I've said all year, if you don't slow down Bama and you play with them and you let them dictate the pace, you get blown out every single time. So I'm going to take Bama with the points, and I'm going to take Bama's team total at 89.5 because I think they score close to 100 against BYU. And dude, I don't know. It's one of those gut feelings that I have in my brain and in my stomach where I just feel like this gets bad for BYU in the second half. Maybe it's a really close first half, but I just think that second half, when you play the ball that Bama wants to play in the way that they're playing right now, it just never ends well. It never ends well. I think the perfect team to beat the crap out of Alabama is the University of Houston. And that's the only team that I think is strong enough to slow them down. Other than that, you just have to hope Alabama shoots bad. That's what BYU is really banking on, is you're hoping Alabama comes out and shoots 30% and you shoot 45-50.
Which could happen.
It could happen.
Very easily.
It could happen. It could happen, dude. It could happen. But I feel like I just have to stand on a little business because I've said all year, every time Bama plays, if they play to Bama speed, they're going to get blown out. And I think BYU is going to play to their speed. They're going to get blown out.
I think the way you beat Bama is you just make Mark Sears do everything. You take everyone else out of the game. You let him do everything.
But I don't think BYU plays defense to take anybody out of the game. They kind of play similar to Bama.
I mean, we did that. We literally did that. We let Mark Sears have 40 points and we beat them by 15. Like, you let him do everything. You let him shoot every time. Don't let them get easy buckets. Just make him do everything.
I think it's going to be a great game. I think it definitely goes over, but I'm going to take Bama's team total over because I don't want to be rooting for BYU points when I have a Bama ticket. But I think this is going to be one of the best games of the tournament for sure.
Yeah, it is. That dude, the big man of BYU, might feast on the boards.
I don't know, though. I don't think people give Clifford and Grant Nelson enough credit.
Yeah, but he's just way stronger than them. Like, he's going to throw them to the ground.
No, dude, Clifford's a fucking big boy. And because they play fast, you don't see him as much. But the first 2 games, dude, he's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's been one of the reasons they've won. But I don't know. I think it's going to be a really great game. We are, in fact, Bergen.
Bergen.
Second game of the day, Josh. I think this is going to be the most popular favorite spot of all time, especially with all this Kevin Willard shit, especially because Florida's everyone's wagon. Give me Maryland plus 6.5, dude. If there was a team that I think matches up really well with Florida, it's Maryland, dude. They've got 2 bigs that can handle Florida's bigs, and then you go guard for guard. I think Walter Clayton is much better than Rodney Rice and Gillespie, but you kind of have that situation where you go guard for guard, and I don't think Florida has a power forward that's comparable to Derek Queen. So I think that Florida has a better guard. I think Maryland has a better power forward. And I think they match up against each other really well, which is why I want to take the over, because I think this game's going to have points and these teams are going to go back and forth. I think it's going to come down in terms of covering the spread. I would like to sprinkle on Maryland money line, but I don't see them winning this game. But I think in terms of covering the spread, it's going to come down to that last 3 minutes. And I'd like to give the edge to Kevin Willard coaching-wise in this one. But I'm going to be on Maryland plus 6.5 in the over for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to be on Florida in this game.
I think that's going to be the most popular bet of day.
Yeah, it might be. It might be, but I'm not really scared. I mean, Florida looked like shit last game. Everyone thinks they should have lost. Maryland hit a buzzer beater to win the game. Everyone thinks that they're on top of the world. I don't think that people for real know about this Kevin Willard shit. I think that you might just be in a little, like, trench of Maryland Twitter. Like, I haven't really seen much about it. I don't
know. Big Cat is tweeting about it. I think a lot of people in sports.
Yeah, Big Cat is like ultimately tapped into
now
college basketball. He's a Big Ten guy. He's a Big Ten guy. I'm telling you, I think Dude, I think that people think Florida sucks after that last game, and I think Florida beats the absolute dog shot of Maryland here.
Wow.
Maryland was in that game against Colorado State, and Colorado State played terrible.
Wow.
Did they not? I mean, they played bad.
I don't know if they played terrible. I think they played Colorado State ball, which is just gross.
I mean, dude, the first round, they fucking were I forgot who they played. Who did they play the first round? But they were torching. Clifford and Evans. That's his name, right? Clifford on CSU?
I don't know.
Yeah. They were torching. I think Walter Clayton's going to have a day. An absolute day.
I think
Memphis,
it'll be a good game. I think they'll go band for band. Memphis is also junk. That's one of the worst bets I've ever made in my entire life.
They beat the shit out of it.
I think Memphis also shot themselves in the foot. Didn't they shoot like 20% from 3 or something like that?
I don't know.
I think it should be a great game. Definitely taking the over. Do have to address something in chat. Krabs said that if the Yankees win the World Series, he'll get an I Love Aaron Judge tattoo on his body. That's the dumbest tweet of all time. Why would you ever even
tweeted
tweet
that?
Yeah, why would you ever even put that on the internet?
That's not good, Krabs.
Like, it's not like the Yankees are a poverty org just because you...
Well, they are.
But, like, they are, but they're not a bad team on paper. They could win a World Series with this roster.
It's possible, yeah. But, like, they're not. They can barely get out of the first round.
And this will be the year. And Krabs
probably
had
will
to
be,
go
yeah.
and tweet that dumb ass shit.
I mean, it's
dude.
funny, though. Who cares?
I mean, it's
That'll be
funny,
good
but
for us.
it's funny,
It'd
but
be-
what if he has an I Love Aaron Judge tattoo on his body?
That'd be hilarious. I would think that's funny.
Krabs, I have it screenshotted. Like, that tweet is screenshotted in my phone right now. That tweet is going nowhere.
Can we get on the same side of one game today?
No. I think it's good.
Well, no, I'm
Little
just saying,
bird.
will we be on the same side of one game? That's more what I
Potentially.
was. That's more what I was asking. Well, yes, 100%.
Potentially. I'm going to take Duke minus 9.5, dude. Caleb
agree.
Love is just making this game too much about him, and I think that's exactly what Duke wants him to do.
Agreed.
Every question about, are you looking forward to Duke? Why didn't you say something in that interview? And he goes, well, I didn't want to give him bullet board material. Brother, I got news for you. Their bullet board material is winning a national championship. Yours is that you've played Duke before.
Yeah.
So
They used to be your rival.
I think
Fucking losers.
literally, though,
Literally.
you've been in college basketball so long that you have two rivals, one in the Big 12 and one in the ACC. That's how long you've been in college basketball, brother.
And me.
So
I am also one of his rivals.
Duke minus
I hate
9.5
that
is
game.
literally one of my favorite bets of the day. I think
I
Duke
love that as well.
literally takes the wheels off this Arizona team,
Yeah.
and I actually can't wait. Better coach, better team, better players.
Facts.
And I just love that Caleb Love thinks this game is all about him.
Yeah.
And every time Caleb Love has a moment to show up, he'll go 1 for 13.
Exactly, dude. I swear to God, dude, every single time in the tournament, he has yet to have a big game yet in the tournament. I feel like they haven't played a big game yet.
Well, he had 29 last game. so
No,
he
I'm saying
definitely-
not him. I'm saying the team.
Oh,
Like, they haven't
yeah,
had like
yeah,
a massive game where like they're supposed to lose.
Yeah.
Whereas like last year, I feel like first round, like it was a massive game for them. Like they were supposed to like make a run in the tournament, lost first round. This is that game. They lose by 30.
You're also running into a buzzsaw.
I mean, the
This
best
Duke
right
team
now.
is the best
right
team
now,
in
yeah.
the tournament, I think, right now.
Right now,
the
yeah.
way they've been playing. I can't wait.
What
for
is
this
Rav
game.
saying?
I can't wait for this game.
Oh, Rav.
honestly.
Rav likes the take.
I think he hates University of Arizona.
Yeah, he does.
I actually can't wait for this game, dude. I think it's going to be so good. And I think
Agreed.
this is the perfect game, too, where you get a Cooper flag 30 ball, dude.
Yeah.
Where everyone and their mother's talking about Caleb Love playing Arizona or playing Duke again and how he owns him in March. He's 4-2 against him in big games. And Cooper Flag comes out and goes, did you forget that I play for Duke? Or
Yeah.
did you guys forget that
No.
I'm on Duke?
Do you know who it's going to be? I think it's going to be.
Knipple could so go nuts. And then you go, oh, if it's
Because
not those
Proctor
two,
went-
we could
because-
go Tyrus Proctor.
Well, I think Proctor went nuts last game, and Cooper's been going nuts, and they're just going to forget about the kid in the corner.
Literally kidding corn.
Kid in corn.
Con kidding corn.
Actually, one of the coolest names of all time.
Yeah, people worried about Cooper
Con.
Flag being up for half a point on Prize Picks. Doesn't matter when it comes to college. In the NBA, it does,
Half a
but
point. It's not like a yeah.
but it's like him being the taco or whatever it is. It doesn't
taco.
matter.
I'm more scared of a taco than a half. Like a half, just like they're just giving it to you because he's the biggest name.
Free square.
Yeah.
Free square. I kind of wanted to take this over, but I'm not going to. I kind of wanted to take this over, but I'm not going.
Yeah, I don't like the over in this game. I don't like taking overs when there's massive spreads because I feel like Arizona might get shut down a little bit.
I agree. That's why I'm worried about the over. Not because I think Duke's going to score. I think because Arizona is finally playing a good team, and every time they play a good team, Lewis, Love, both crumble.
Like I could see this game being like 78-60 or something.
100%.
Like where they just can't get anything going on offense the entire time.
100%.
Duke slows it down a little bit.
I am going to be cranking Hog with 5.5 points. I feel as though we just have to. There's no other option at this point in March Madness where you sit there and go, I'm going to fade the Hogs. Like, there are just moments in your life where you know you have a loser, and I do think Texas Tech is going to roll this team over, especially with Calipari going on Pat McAfee and being like,
what?
the Arrow's playing again.
You know you have a loser?
I think this is a loser, but I'm cranking Hog with 5.5
Dude,
points.
I could not disagree more.
This Texas Tech team is so good, but I'm cranking Hog.
Dude,
I'm cranking
okay,
Hog.
so dude, I don't know. I'm gonna crank Hog as well, but I think I'm a little more confident than you are. I mean, we're getting the same spread in this game as we're getting the Bama BYU game.
Yeah.
Does it not seem like there's a bigger discrepancy between these two teams than the Bama BYU game?
I don't think you can put the spread much higher with how well Arkansas has been playing.
Yeah, I don't know. Maryland's been playing pretty. Arizona's been playing pretty good. They're a 9.5 point dog.
Well, they're playing the best team in the tournament.
Yeah. Texas Tech looked unbelievable though. Now I feel like that spread should be 7.5, 6.5, 7.5.
You want one more point?
I'm cranking Hog.
One more point? That was all you wanted is one more point?
Yeah.
I mean, Texas Tech has looked good. They played Drake and UNC Wilmington, though, and those teams are not very good, respectively.
That is very true.
I think they're finally playing a red-hot Arkansas, and they're still 5.5 point favorites, and Arkansas has beat really good teams. But I'm cranking Hog. 5.5 points.
There's something
Put it in my
about
pocket.
these Hogs that are like actually good. Like
No,
they're
they are.
actually a good team.
I love it, dude.
They're actually a good team.
I want to crank Hog so bad in this game. I also kind of wanted to take that over, but I don't know. This over really does scare me, to be totally honest.
Yeah, I don't like the over in this game.
It's a really weird number, and I don't know
you're
how
right,
Tech's
you're
going to come out. And I mean, Arkansas was just in potentially the worst shooting performance March Madness has ever seen.
I think this is going to be a slate where every game looks like it's going to go over and every game might go under. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like they should, and then they're just not going.
It definitely has that potential. Definitely has that.
I do love the Bama one, but it's just a shit ton of points.
I made a Prize Picks 2-piece for today that I tweeted out. I already saw someone in chat show up and say, did he talk about the 2-piece yet?
You want the 2-piece?
Here is the 2-piece. 150 pays 450. I'm taking Mark Sears more than 2.5 threes. He hasn't hit this all tournament and in his last 5. And in a game in BYU where the over-under is almost 180 points, I think Mark Sears gets to his spots, and I think Mark Sears shows why he's Mark Sears. I think he has a Carson Edwards type performance today where everything is clicking, everything is going, and little Jalen Brunson comes out. And then it's Rodney Rice points on Maryland. I think the goal right now, if you're Florida, is stop Derek Queen. Stop Derek Queen, stop Derek Queen, stop Derek Queen. And I think we get a vintage Rodney Rice performance at 13.5. I'd like him to get 15. He might just squeak over and get 14. But also, I don't see this Florida defense necessarily prioritizing Rodney because I think there's going to be so much of an effort to stop Derek Queen that you're going to see doubles. You're going to see bringing 2 over. And I do think you're going to get some Rodney Rice. Oh, he's in the corn. Oh, he's on the wing. Bang that.
Oh, he's in
corn.
corn.
So I'm all in on Rodney Rice points and Mark Sears threes as my college basketball 2-piece.
Love Mark Sears. Probably not good for you, but I love him.
I also made a 4-piece of Cooper Flag points, Mark Sears threes, Rodney Rice points, and Kobe Brea points on Kentucky. So if you want that 4-piece as well, I'm probably going to have another 2-piece outside of Sears and Rodney Rice because they're in both my lineups for college basketball today. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. Looking at the slate, I am looking right now again, and I'm really starting to fall in love with Kobe Brea. I want to put him with someone. I just got to figure out who I want to put him with.
Also, chat right now, just a little shout. If you like wagering on golf on Prize Picks, the course right now is playing insanely hard. Like insanely hard. So if there's anyone on board that you like to fade, like a guy that I would love to fade today is Ricky Fowler more than Stokes. Might be a shout. Everyone's getting bumped up because the course is playing impossible.
Fade season on the course.
Fade season. If you want to take Ricky, fade.
Fade season on the grassy knoll.
Yes.
I also really like Elijah Hawkins' PRA against, or maybe just Fane.
Yeah. We could take Skeens and Luka.
That's an insane combo. I forgot how crazy Prize Picks gets with this shit. That's insane that they have those
Crochet and SGA.
That's so fucking funny, dude. What the bot?
Chris Sale, Chris Paul, the Chris two-piece.
Damn, they have a lot up.
And Blake Snell and Trae Young.
That's gross. That's actually so gross. All right, should we attempt some MLB?
Let's do it.
Should we attempt some MLB here? I'm really going to try, guys. I really hate baseball, but I'm really going to try to dial in because, you know, over the summer, I feel like someone's got to do it.
I used to be super tapped into baseball, so I think I can bring it back. And
bring it back.
Let's bring it back.
I need you to bring it back.
Okay.
I looked at the board this morning, Josh, and this is going to be the dumbest question you get today.
Mm-hmm.
How is it not the fucking Dodgers minus 168? How is it not, dude? Just because Scooball's pitching for the Tigers? Like, you tell me I get Blake Snell and then I get Shohei Freeman, Mookie, Teoscar, and it's minus 162?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't
minus
say
162.
It's a bad wager.
Minus 162. Like, how do you not? You know what I'm saying? How do you not? Javon spawns in on day one. We're asking this. How do I not ask
They
that?
were just in Japan coming back. Do you want to take that?
That feels like it was months ago.
It was last week, brother.
A week to adjust?
But you have to figure that they went there and had to adjust, then come back and adjust. That's a lot of adjustments.
So you're trusting the
multiple adjustments.
Tigers?
No Mookie. I mean, I wouldn't say you should take the Tigers, but
Mookie was up for hits. Maybe he just got marked out, or maybe the lineups just came out.
No.
Either way, I don't even need Mookie. Freeman, Shohei, Teoscar. That's still better than whatever the goddamn Tigers got.
Javi? They don't have Javi.
Where is Javi? Can we find out where Javi is?
Wax it at you.
Where actually is Javi?
Where is Javi Baez?
What is he up to now? Watch him be on the A's.
Tigers news. Javi Baez, lineup nightmare.
So he's not. Where is he? Is he still on the Tigers?
Oh, he's on team.
Is he in the lineup today?
No chance. It said lineup nightmare. So probably not.
Maybe they're trying to figure out where to fit him in because he's literally mini Barry.
Yeah, mini Barry. No, he's Francisco Lindor. Francisco Lindor fucking sucked.
That's a phenomenal comp.
Yeah,
it's literally a phenomenal comp.
He hit 186 last year.
That's not good. He was swinging at dick. I got news for you. He was swinging at dick.
Why would you make him an outfielder, though? He's so sick at shortstop. That's the only thing he's good at is shortstop.
Was he good last year?
I mean,
he's junk at batting. But
yeah, he can't hit. That's the problem. I don't know if moving him to the outfield is going to change anything in the box.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to affect his swing.
Yeah, no, that's not it.
Or maybe they're just trying to make room because they have a 6 shortstop.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Javonte's horrible at shortstop. I don't know what happened to him because he used to be fucking sick.
He was
like
junk.
So good. Yeah. I think that the Tigers just killed him.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think they just killed him.
Javi Baez in Chicago is never coming back.
Never.
So.
He was so sick at defense.
I mean, I had to ask the question, how do you not take him? And then how do you not just take the Angels against the White Sox? 2 of the dumbest questions you're going to get today because the White Sox are a literal... Who's opening day?
Sean Burke.
Who the fuck is Sean Burke? Is that the guy we were talking shit about before?
Yeah.
Sean Burke.
I will say, though, like, everybody in the entire world is on the Angels today.
But you got to be. That's how it was last year, too.
Sean Burke came. Javonte. I would honestly probably take the White. I feel like this is a game. The White Sox win game 1 and then lose 15 in a row. That's what they're going to do. They're going to win the first game and be like, wait, are we not going to be that bad? And then they're going to lose 15 in a row. I'm not even joking. I kind of like the White Sox. Kikuchi's fucking ass, too. He's bad.
Junked, but Mike Trout's back. ER Trout for Trent's Goatwell.
ER Trout
is back.
He's probably going to have a 2-run shot.
He might have a 2-run gag.
He might.
That'd be electric, dude.
That would be.
I got to take a sprink on the Athletics. I'm not going to bet their money line every single game just because I have them to win 72 games. But game 1 against my GOAT, Logan Gilbert, I got a sprink on Luis Severino. You didn't pay him this much for him to lose opening day.
You can't.
You can't.
You can't.
You can't pay him that much to lose opening day. Can I get the start of the year Cubs report, an underdog to start the actual season?
Yeah, I mean, we're only plus 105 against Zach Gallen, which I don't really hate. I think we win this game, honestly. I think our bats get going. Yeah. I don't know. I was thinking about the Japan thing. Thinking about the Japan thing again. I'm thinking about the Japan thing. I don't really love that, but I don't know. Justin Steele didn't look amazing last week, but
did the bats at least look good?
No, the bats looked not good. But they also have like the best pitching in the. They literally have an all-star team, like legit an all-star team. Yeah, I might just like the over in this game. I feel like that's kind of a high over for these two pitchers, Steele, Gallen. I feel like that should be a 7.5 total. I feel like it being an 8.5 is kind of telling.
I could be in on that.
Maybe take the over in that game. Late night over.
Apparently, the backs touch Steele very well.
There we go.
I was looking at some other games, dude. Royals, the Reagans, that used to be a system for me last year. Apparently, we're not betting the Braves this year because they're banged up still. So maybe not touching Braves. So potential take a shot at the Padres at plus chicken.
King sale.
I feel like Jovan is just sitting there writing down everything I'm saying and getting ready to fade it.
100%. 100%.
The Pirates are favorited. Minus 148.
Do you know who my favorite play of the day is?
Yeah.
Freddie Peralta.
Jovan, write that down.
Freddie Peralta against the Yankees. I bet he likes this too. I love the Brewers today, dude.
Wow.
Every
the
year.
Brew Crew?
Every year, they're the only fucking team that nobody talks about at all.
That's true. Well, because they have no aura.
Exactly.
We've talked about
There's
this.
zero aura.
Auraless.
Everyone will be talking about the Yankees. Everyone will be jerking the Yankees off. They're only minus 140 to the Brewers, who literally you've heard nothing about.
No.
Nothing about. And they're plus 120 on the road against the best roster in the MLB. Sure.
Nothing. Literally nothing.
Sure.
Maybe we just take plus 1.5 in a little
Grease. I think we just take the money line. It's like not
Grease piece.
Like I don't really like taking plus 1.5s in baseball.
All right, let's play.
There's such a slim marge.
Let's play a fun game.
What's the fun game?
Let's guess Goots' POD.
I mean,
can we guess? So you got the Brewers playing the Yankees, Phillies, Nationals, Red Sox, Rangers, Mets, Astros, Pirates, Marlins, Braves, Padres, Guardians, Royals. What do you think Goots' POD is today?
Zach Eflin ML.
Oh, right. Forgot the Orioles play today against the Toronto Blue Jays. And Josh, how funny would it be if Goots gets ready for this year? He's posting Gunnar Henderson edits on the feed. He's buying back into his Orioles. He says they have what it takes with the bats to win. And Jose Barrios at home comes out.
Did we fuck you today and take?
I think we fuck it.
I kind of like the Jays.
I think we fuck it today, dude.
Kind of like
Jose Barrios to the crib, dude.
Let's take the Jays.
You know, all this talk about the Orioles we've heard all year, and they're not even favorites.
You know what we should do? We should go through every game, give one play in each game, and we're going to see our record tomorrow and see how sharp we are in baseball. Just set tone, see how good we are.
Mason, get out a piece of paper. Mason, get your paper out.
All right, game 1, Brewers.
Game 1, Brewers.
Game 2,
Blue Jays.
Blue Jays.
I'm not going to bet all these, but this is just to see where we're at. Yeah,
just to see where we're at with our brains.
This is to see where we're at.
With our brains.
You guys might be able to fade, too. Mason, you better have your paper out. I'm being dead ass. Or Jovan, write this down and then fade it. All right, Brewers.
Jays. Third game. Ooh.
The over.
Sure, I like that.
Over. Phillies, Nats, over 7.
Sure.
Rangers at home.
Yes.
Rangers at home.
Crochet.
Rangers at home. Why do you like crochet?
No.
Rangers at home. Are you ready for this one? Mets plus chicken.
I love that. Okay, I love that. Mets.
Pirates ML?
No.
What are you going?
They're like the most public bet.
Well, it's Skeens.
Yeah, I don't want to take that.
How about this?
Let's take
Pirates first 5. I like that. Over? Dude, I could be swinging bats for the Pirates.
Dude, Sandy might give up 7 runs himself. Let's just take the over.
The Pirates don't have guys to score
Dude,
7 runs.
Miami, I'm over. You act like this actually matters. You're taking the over. You're
Yeah,
not actually
okay.
gonna
All
take
right.
this
Yeah.
over.
Pirates, Marlins over. Padres plus chicken feed me.
Sure. Can we just take the White Sox?
Dude.
Let's take the White Sox. They're gonna
All
win
right,
one.
fine, White
They're
Sox.
gonna win one.
White Sox. White Sox. I might bet the opposite of 2 of these, just so you know. Like, if I actually put money down, I might bet the opposite of 2, but White Sox. Okay. This is just mind melding. I mean, you can pick this game. This is the most disgusting game. Giants, Reds might as well have negative aura.
Let's go over.
Over Giants, Reds, 8. Can we please fade the Cardinals?
Yes.
Thank you.
Minnesota Twins.
Minnesota Twins. Money line.
Let's go. Let's just take the Doyers. Not
Yeah,
overthink
come
it.
on. Can we
Let's
not
go
overthink
Doyers.
that one at
Let's
least?
go Doyers, yeah. Not overthink that one.
Athletics money line,
Sure.
A's money line, and then Cubs
Over.
over. Right. Over 8.5. All right, Mason, you better write those down. That's the notebook, the TMA notebook. Shout out Fruity on his birthday. We
Shout
got
out.
a TMA notebook. All right. So, what happens if we do bad, and what happens if we do good? Just see where we're at. If we do good, we do it again. If we do bad, we never do it again.
Well, I think it's just to gauge where we are. This is all it is, just a gauge.
Yeah, let's just gauge.
Just
It's
a
it's a
gauge.
fuel gauge. Let's just see
Just
where we're
a
at. Are we
gauge.
empty or full? Empty or full?
Exactly.
Empty or full? Empty or full?
Exactly.
Just a gauge. It's a TMA gauge. Mason
Mason
better
in
be here, dude. Better be here. It's a good gauge.
It's all
TMA
right.
gauge.
We'll remember the plays. We'll go through them tomorrow.
It's TMA gauge. Literally the TMA gauge.
Yep.
Do it for a month. Took you 3 minutes.
Goots
Oh.
in here. Oh.
Fading respectfully from Caleb Muse. Okay, Caleb Muse, I want you to send me a ticket of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Caleb Muse, go ahead, send me a ticket of 13 fades of what we just said. Every single ticket.
Please.
Every single ticket, send me 13 if you're fading respectfully. Send me a ticket of every 13. Go ahead, do me a favor. Load that one up. I texted Jovan today. Can I tell you what I texted Jovan today? Because I don't want it to come out from Jovan putting it on the feed. I just want to get out in front of it.
Mhm.
I texted Jovan at 8:39 a.m. I'm requiring a 2-piece prize picks a day in the MLB for the entire season in exchange for sexual favors. And he said, what a trade return I get there. I'm in.
Yeah, it's insane.
I thought he was going to be like, huh? And he bought in, dude.
He bought it.
But he said he has my 2-piece today.
That is insane.
Maybe first sexual favor, I'll send him my feet.
Mm.
1 toe a day.
Mm-mm.
1 toe a day. Yeah, I feel like the answer's even crazier.
Yeah, it might be.
The answer's even crazier than my proposal.
It might be.
He could have turned down proposal. The answer is genuinely even crazier than the proposal. What's the 2-piece, Javon? Or is Javon going to text it to me, or how am I going to receive the 2-piece? Send feed for 2-piece. Do you imagine just sending Javon my feed all year for 2 pieces? All right, well, let's go into prize picks a little bit here, Josh, and let's just see what we can do in the baseball arena.
Yeah, let's do it.
I know Javon likes Jordan Ding Dongs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I do kind of like, though, Josh? Who did you just say was going to hit a ding dong? Was it Trout?
Yeah.
Do you think Trout could potentially be a good
Probably.
one today? He's up for half a base. He's up for half a run. Normal square. Normal square, Josh.
Yeah, let's take that. I love that.
Okay.
Let's go.
Do we
What other
want to put
games-
Javon's Jordan in?
Sure. Why don't we go to some games that we like runs?
Okay. You like the Cubs,
Cubs runs.
the Cubbies.
Let's see some Cubs guys that are up. How about that?
They got Dansby. They got Tucker.
You know we can.
They got
do?
Ian Happ. And that looks like it. Michael Bush. Miguel Amayama.
What if we take the?
And Nico Herner. Just in and out, Yerf.
I mean, dude, Gallon Steel Yurfie. The fact it's on the board is fucking insane.
Seiya Suzuki.
Say it does. Dude, I feel like that's a Yurfie in that game. Are you kidding me?
Where is that? Is that under MLB Live? Or?
No, first inning runs allowed. If you just look up Gallon, it'll be the first thing.
All right, here we go. Oh, let's make a Yerfy Nerfy 2-piece. Okay, Yerfy in Chicago. What do we think's gonna Nerfy? I feel like Orioles Blue Jays could Yerf.
Good.
Maybe a double Yerf?
I'm down, dude. I love Nerfy Yerfies.
I don't know what iPhone case this is. That's the craziest question I've ever been asked. Let's see. This is I think it's just the Apple iPhone case. Yeah, it has the Apple thing on the back. I got it at the Apple store.
Cool case.
Cool case. Who would have thought I'd get a cool case today? Then maybe we do Yerf in Baltimore and Yerf in Chicago.
Down.
Double Yerf.
Double Yerf.
Start the year with Yerf.
Double Yerf.
Yerf. And then 2-piece Trout Jordan. Trout Jordan. Let's just go to your guy.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Down.
That's sharp. Last year, the Nerfy started hot. Yeah, let's just get the bats going early in the MLB, dude. They got to compete with the Sweet 16. They got to compete with the NBA.
Yeah, they need to figure it out. Let's figure it out today. Day one.
Someone said Yerfy in zone is not hitting. Shout out Lyle. I already locked it in. 2 Yerfies to start your day off, right? Just runs. Can I get Trent back in his Nerfy bag?
Trent, can we do
I
that?
fucking hate that he just isn't the Nerfy guy anymore. He used to be called Nerfy Jesus. And now he just doesn't do it anymore.
I know.
Unbelievable out of him, honestly. It's really starting to piss me off.
Should we get the boys on?
Are they ready to come on?
They're ready.
Oh my God.
I think Goots is involved. Wait 1 sec. I might have to.
Or
I'll just.
we could just get really weirdly close.
We're currently on a hotspot, so I don't know how well this is going to work. But
It's looking good.
might be the funniest camera I've ever seen in my entire life.
Should we just get a little
Look at
closer,
the
Mike?
Goots Krabs 2-piece right
Can't
Gentlemen,
make it.
how we doing?
Wait, let me refresh. I want to refresh, load back into this. I reset a.
easy. Now we can't hear you.
Sure, you can.
Sure you can. Sure you can.
Ooh,
What are we doing here?
can't hear you guys. Your voices are gone
What are we doing here?
because you're muted, I think.
Mute. Mike?
We're good.
Are we back?
Back?
Yeah.
Sure, we
The
can.
layout didn't update because I had to go into like a different window and update it. Didn't update. Had to
Understood.
reload. We're good.
Understood.
All right, we're good. Gentlemen, how we doing?
We're good. How are
Hanging
you,
on,
Mike?
hanging on by a thread at Goots' hotspot right now. You can't make it up. No internet on opening day. I should get my full month back of internet and then some.
Yeah,
you should.
You know I'm going to be making a call to Xfinity later tonight. Probably
Yeah,
after.
Krabs, you better be on the horn with Xfinity, dude.
I'm getting my money back, brother. Yep.
Dude, you're hanging on by a hog.
And AT&T right now is keeping us intact. So shout out AT&T.
Got it.
Let's go. All right, well, it's opening day. Who's got baseball plays? We already know Goots is POD.
We got
Yeah, and why are you saying the game's in Baltimore, Mike? It's in fucking Toronto. You don't know Baltimore. Figure it out.
He just wants to fade your team, right?
If-
That's all it is.
If it was in Baltimore, I would not be here right now. I'd be balls
Hey,
deep.
you guys are going to Nats opening day, correct?
Yes.
Sure. We're about
Wow.
to, I mean, if BTL's caked, might head over there a little earlier, to be honest with you.
What's the vibe on the Nats this year, Krabs?
Dude, the vibe is great, to be honest with you. Look, you could look at some of the veterans we brought in, and maybe you're not, super ecstatic to see Nate Lau or a Josh Bell. Some of these guys might not be the most exciting names, these vets, but I'll tell you who is pretty exciting, the young core, right? Dylan Cruz, James Woods, CJ Abrams. People forget how great of a first half of the season he had before he was just mind fucked and hanging out at the casino too much, the second half of the season. One of the best players in baseball, all-star, CJ Abrams, beast. I am so excited to see this team, and I think we have a underrated pitching rotation. Okay, I know DJ Hers, my guy, the lefty that I probably got you guys hip to last year. He's probably going to need Tommy John.
60-day
He's
IL.
probably toast. His arm is just like the Wi-Fi right now, hanging on by fucking dental floss, right? His elbow. But we have depth, and we have a lot of good young arms as well. We might not have Strasburg or Scherzer, right? These veteran, arms that have carried us to the playoffs in years past. But if we can do job this year, if we can win 75 to 80 games right
Ooh.
below 500 after back-to-back 71-win seasons. I think you'll finally see our broke-ass owners spend some money this offseason and go out and get an arm and go out and get a veteran bat. We just got to win 75 games, and I think we will. I love the over 72.5 win total for the Nats this year. Shit's hitting.
Loves it.
I kind of want to tail that one too, just being Krabs and
Get
Trent.
involved. Get involved.
Krabs,
Sure.
I asked Josh a really stupid question, and I think you and Goots should both give me an answer here. How do you not just take the Doyers at -162?
I'll tell you how. You actually take the opposite, and you take the Tigers. To be honest, I don't know. I thought Scooball was getting a little bit of respect with that opener at plus 125 on the road.
Cy Young, Krabs.
But he's the best young pitcher in baseball, like Goots is saying. So he's not wrong.
Lovely Cy
And
Young.
Blake Snell, bless his heart, we know, friend of the program. Blake Snell's a goat, right? We support him. He's a fucking beast.
Shut up, Blake.
He's been known to have,
Walk problems.
a little bit of an issue in the beginning of the season. It takes him a couple games to get going here, as it typically does for a veteran arm when he's trying to shake the rust off, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes Snelly a couple games to get going and get locked in. I wouldn't be surprised if the Tigers take advantage of that today. Do I want to be fading the Dodgers long term? Maybe not. Although the Mookie Betts situation is super weird. Is he even playing today?
Mookie, he
Do we
might.
know?
He played a spring training game the other day, so I'm not entirely
If
sure.
he plays, he's going to stink. I don't know. That could hold the Dodgers back. I like the Tigers, but I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind an over in this game either. Maybe fading Snell and fading, the former pitcher of the year last year in Scooball.
Can I just say I love that we got baseball back with Krabs?
I know it's amazing.
Sure.
Krabs in his baseball bag is just, it's so fucking different, dude.
And Krabs, why do I know that your POD is the Brewers?
Is
Brewers?
who? The Brewers?
It's not.
Dude, it's not. I like that under.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I posted the Nerfy.
That under?
I thought that the Yankees were an auto fade for Krabs.
We're definitely
fading.
fading the Yanks today, Krabs. You
It
can either
probably
get on
should be
board or
fine.
we'll leave you at the station.
I like Peralta. I like the squares he's got up. I like that hits allowed,
Mhm.
less than square that's up for him. I feel like that's a pretty good sign. Love the Nerfy in this game, as crazy as it might be to say. I think, and I'm never a Rodon guy. I'm the biggest Rodon hater of all time, but I think he goes out there and actually silences the Brew Crew's bats. And seeing the Nerfy at -140 on the books, I'm shocked to see it still up on Prize Picks as a square, but maybe they're just being nice first, game of the season. Maybe they're just giving the people one. I wouldn't be shocked. They're not the
Well,
devil, right?
You
They're
got
pretty
Aaron
good.
Judge plus 100 to hit a home run in the first inning. So
Oh, sure.
that's
In
probably
the
why.
first inning,
First
plus on.
inning?
No, I'm joking.
I was about to say,
No, I'm
what?
joking.
I was about to say.
No, we're fading Aaron Judge
That's
today.
what Prize Picks has. I'm saying just Judge plus 100 first inning home run. That's all they're
I
playing.
think Peralta and Rodon pitch well today. Give me the under in that game. I think we get a pitcher's duel in the first game of the season.
Krabs, people are asking questions that with the Wi-Fi being caked, you might not be as locked in as you should be. Can you just refute those claims?
I can refute them. I've been here.
Yeah.
He's locked.
Could not be further from
he
the truth.
he had his plays in early. He had his plays in before the Wi-Fi cut out.
You know the Squidward meme when his eyeballs are up or completely open? That was literally me this morning. No alarm, just waking up all natural.
Natural.
Yep.
All
match.
natural.
Means
All right,
something
before we go to
getting
Prize
something
Picks,
new.
I think we should do a 4-piece with everyone involved now that we got Goots here.
Sure.
Goots, why don't you just actually tell me why you think the Orioles are going to beat Jose Barrios in Toronto?
Do you know anything about Jose Barrios, Mike?
I know he's a favorite.
Can you name me another player on the team?
Vlad, got him. You
Anything
want another
else?
one? Bo Bichette, got him. You want another one?
Yeah,
Matt Chapman, got him.
Okay. Great job. He's a starting catcher.
Okay.
Ooh, who's
That's a tough one.
Kirk?
Krabs guy.
Wow.
Alejandro
Good
Kirk.
job.
Wow. Yeah. What's up,
job.
Goots?
Sure.
I mean, Mike, it's
What's
opening day.
locked?
It's a holiday in my mind. It's one of my favorite days ever. So you think I'm just gonna come on here and be like, yeah, those are losing.
Let me pull up the Orioles squares for Goots.
Also, Matt Chapman is a San Francisco Giant. Just wanted to squeak that by you both, but it's okay. You didn't
They
see
had Tony Taters up there as Baltimore Oriole the other day. It was very sad. They had it wrong.
lock in.
Yeah, they had his like TBs up there. I mean,
Adley fantasy
Adley hit runs RBIs, and that was up the other day. That would be my square.
score. I don't know if that's up anymore, Goots.
All right.
Okay, then is Mountcastle up because he owns the Blue Jays?
owns the Blue
That's
Jays.
Friday.
Wow, I just got a text from Mason. Had the notebook ready to go. That's
Wow.
iconic.
I'm sure.
All right, let's lock in for a Prize Picks lineup. Adley hits, runs, RBIs.
Hold on, I don't know if that's up.
It might have to be a fantasy score. I'm checking the Carfax.
It is not up.
It's not up.
His
me keep
his
looking.
hitter fantasy
For-
score is up.
For now, I'm leaning the fantasy score, but let me look at more of these.
Here, why don't I go first while Goots crafts up his own square?
Yeah, Krabs. Can you give me like a couple squares? I feel like now that we're in
Yes.
baseball, I want to milk Krabs.
Yes. Sign me up. Let's go to my favorite category on the entire Prize Picks app in any sport. Let's go to the earn runs category.
Wow. He does.
My
Krabs
favorite.
loves an earn runs, dude.
My favorite cat. I like that wrote down less than 1.5 earned runs allowed. Now, that's not my favorite one in this category. I also like that Wheeler, more than 1.5 earned runs allowed against the Nats. The Nats historically own Zach Wheeler. Don't ask me why or how. Actually, I do know why or how. It's because we put the ball in play and he struggles against teams that don't strike out a lot. And I also like Wheeler less than strikeouts, but that's a less than. So if you want to take a more than, Zach Wheeler, more than earned runs allowed could be a decent look.
Dude, Krabs, I'm kind of loving that earned runs.
And I'll tell you what, Mike, I was fully prepared to come on here and say, but my favorite earned run square is Hunter Green, more than 1.5 earned runs allowed, which has been up all since last night. Now I'm looking at it, and it's only a 2.5 demon option. So I'm wondering if it got so juicy to the over that they took it off. And I'm about to double check the Carfax there. So I think we might see the Giants pull out a win there. I thought seeing the Giants as a favorite on the road in that spot was kind of weird. And I think they might come through on the ML there for us. And Hunter Green, as great as he is, might not have his best stuff today.
Why not?
Dude.
All right, do we do Zach Wheeler more than earned runs, or do we do Hunter Green more than earned runs, demon 2.5? Does he get touched today?
This might be the opportunity to pivot and go to the Wheeler square that I haven't locked in yet. When I do think he gives up 2 runs today against the Nats.
I'm so down for Wheeler.
So it might have to be Wheeler here. But I want to check the Carfax on that.
Mike, are you allowed to take those squares?
More than an earned run? Yeah.
I mean, it's technically not backing somebody.
Still more than
it's backing the Nats.
I get it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Adley would be my square. Fantasy square.
Backing Nats bats.
That's square.
I like that.
All right. Adley, fantasy score out of Goots.
Yep.
Zach Wheeler, earned runs out of Krabs. Josh.
Yep.
I'm going to go a little demon guy and back to White Sox. Kikuchi more than 2.5 earned runs.
Wow.
White Sox touch him up. And then they lose 15
I
straight.
need you to name me 4 batters on the White Sox.
0. That's why we take it. Literally can't name a single one.
Brooks
Actually,
Baldwin,
name
Nick.
I can name one.
Krabs, can I get seal of approval on Kikuchi getting touched?
Vaughn likes Kikuchi this year, so I'm a little scared.
Let me see today, though. Let me go look at his squares.
Kikuchi has one of the best fastballs in the league.
Yeah, but lights are bright for Kikuchi. I don't know if I want my coins on
He's
that guy.
playing the White Sox. Lights are bright.
Hey, he's the opening day starter. Lights have never been brighter for Kikuchi, to be honest with you.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
I like it. I'm in. I got no qualms.
I'm gonna try Krabs. What do you think is your favorite over today?
On the books.
Yeah.
The game where I like the most runs today. I'm doing one more scroll through here, but I'd probably say, I mean, gosh, all the totals are so low today. I'd probably go Scooball and Snell over, nasty over in that game. And we're going to get that total probably at 7 by the time that game we get first pitch on ESPN tonight. So give me the over on the primetime Tigers Dodgers game.
Okay. So is there a Dodger that you like to get involved in?
Yeah, we could find Dodger. Let's see.
Or is there potentially a Tiger that could sneak if we think Snell starts slow?
Well, the way Snell starts to mess up is he walks guys. That's his biggest problem. His curveball hits the dirt every time he throws it.
Andy Ibanez, half a demon walk?
So many demons. Kerry Carpenter's
Bobby
up
Baez
for-
up on Prize Picks.
He ain't touching
Riley Green's up for half a TB.
Is he actually?
Half a TB.
Could you imagine having the best pitcher in the entire league on bump and only being minus 145 to the Marlins? Just wait.
That is
Let's
wild.
see Ravs and Marlins.
Tiger squares.
I was
You
about
know,
to defend
I
that.
mean,
That's what
square me wanting to back the best player on the Tigers is Riley Green half TB.
Here's 2 squares that are looking at me funny.
Yeah, do you like Riley Green?
Riley Green more than half a TB.
Okay.
Dudes. Or Kerry Carpenter more than half a hit run RBI.
Harry Carpenter.
You like Harry Carpenter?
Put it in reverse, Kerry.
Bag
Put it in-
up.
Put it in reverse,
Bag
Jerry.
up, man.
Terry Carpenter hits, runs, RBIs, you said?
Yes. I like either
I don't know,
of
dude.
those.
I feel like. Did you say Spencer Torkelson?
No. We said
No.
Riley Green,
Yeah,
not
Riley,
Torkelson.
Riley Green or Carey.
Why did I click Spencer Torkelson?
You
That's
should.
He's
He's a
also
goat.
he's also up there for half a TB, but
Ooh. I don't mind Conforto either.
he's green as Mal though.
Yeah, but that's from last year, Krabs.
He's green as mud.
He's green.
It
as
is.
Mal.
It's from Tokyo, but yeah, I mean,
Torkelson?
Dude, I kind of like Riley Green.
Let's
Yeah.
go Riley Green.
Let's go
We were
Riley.
talking about him last night on the stream.
Riley's
Saying he's gonna
goat.
have a good year. Let's take him. I'm
Let's
in.
go Riley Green. Wait,
Very
does
good.
Javon like Porkelson? He just said Porkelson.
he's just fucking around.
Can we get a Javon square? We'll go full BTL TMA collab lineup. Can I get a Javon square?
Love that.
In Chatamus Prime?
Chatham's Prime.
Would love that.
Don't be afraid, Javon. Come on. Get up and moving. What do you guys think he's going to put?
I can tell you what.
Jordan?
I mean, I know one of his squares.
Doesn't matter, Javon. Whatever you like, brother. It's up to you.
Oh, the internet might be back, folks.
No way.
Come on. Oh, we're so
Wow.
fucking back. We're so fucking back.
Unbelievable.
Let's go.
Skeens more than hits allowed.
And we're taking Skeens more than hits allowed. I mean, this is the shit.
Let's go, boys.
Trent asked if you could still do it on StreamYard so he can come.
Yes.
Yes.
He
He
will be.
emphasized
He can
come.
join. He can join. He can join.
In case you're wondering.
W's.
All right. So,
W-
I mean, that's
That's huge news. That could be exactly what we need heading into opening day today. You know, I thought they were going to throw us a curveball here, but turns out they gave us a fastball right down the dick. Let's fucking nuke it.
Krabs. I would actually go as far to say they threw you a curveball and you've been working on your swing over the past year and you just took a curveball over the fence.
Yeah, I just nuked it right over right center field. Sure.
Let's go. I love it. All right, boys. Well,
Boys.
say goodbye to the peeps. We'll post the graphic of the collab lineup.
Yes.
How about it?
Yes.
Let's do it. Say
How about
goodbye
it?
to
Day,
the people.
gents.
Thank you guys so much for coming on. Thank God we got you guys on. It felt weird baseball and you guys not being on.
It
So
did.
shout out the collabs, Goots, Krabs, Cam.
Yep.
Sure. Very hectic, but we appreciate you guys getting us up here.
We got it done.
Dude,
All right,
of
cool.
course.
We'll be, boys.
Go
Every
those
Monday.
fucking Prides.
Thursday. Appreciate you, boys. All right, Josh. Say goodbye to the peeps unless you have a last little thing you want to squeak in.
No. I got nothing.
No squeakage.
No squeakage. Everyone's saying I'm fading Skeens. I'm not fading Skeens. Javon said that.
Javon
In
said
chat
that.
as a joke, I
We're,
think,
we're
but-
fading Skeens hits allowed, I guess.
I'm fading Rev.
He's getting touched up by the Marlins. Who's one batter on the Marlins? Tim Anderson?
Dude, I literally do they still have that fat guy?
Who's Xavier Edwards?
Do they still have that?
Wow, that's literally who Javon typed.
Your new
That's my next new favorite player is Xavier Edwards.
Go down to fade Rev. All right. Well, we'll be. Yep, Matt Mervis. That's the guy I was thinking of.
Matt Mervis.
We'll be.
Is Tim Anderson still in the Marlins?
Tim Anderson's out of league potentials.
Is he actually out of the league?
Worst player of all.
He's in the
Out-
Angels?
That means he's out of league.
Yeah, he's out of the league.
Out of
All right,
league.
Shut up. With the R trap. Let's go.
All right.
Here we go.
We'll be.
We'll be, chat. We will be. We will be. All right, chat. Listen, we end every single episode with a little bit of Mikey Core. That's just where we kind of put the sports away. Hopefully, we made you smile today. Hopefully, we made you laugh. People were talking in my DMs yesterday about how helpful the beginning of the episode was with Lauren, where we just kind of talked about when you're having a bad week, the things that go on. And I just want to start off today's end of the episode just by saying, what a day we got. It's opening day in baseball. That's really exciting. The Sweet 16 is back. It's really exciting. The NBA and NHL are still firing on all cylinders. This is just an all-time day for sports fans. So just enjoy it. We only get a day like this once a year where everything clicks and everything fires. So just enjoy it today. Hopefully we gave you some really good picks. I'll be posting a little parlay later today, maybe a little baseball card. I don't know. I'm going to have too many units deployed on the Sweet 16, but I'm going to try. But I wanted to say this. I saw a video last night on TikTok and it made me write something down in my notes. And I just wanted to read it to you guys and then kind of talk about it just a little bit. And it goes like this. Take experiences for what they are. Take every experience for what it is. I think too many times in life we go into experiences or work or some things in our personal life or our family life, and we try to put expectations on an experience. Let's say you're going to opening day today. You want it to be the best day ever. You want to be sitting in the stands, sun shining, hot dogs flowing, beers going, and maybe it rains. And now because of the expectation you put on the day is ruined. And I think that's what we do. Sometimes we put unfair expectations on experiences and situations that might not be realistic. And I'm not saying not to dream. I'm not saying not to go into things wanting to have a good time. All I'm saying is just take experiences for what they are. And I think it goes with something we talked to Lauren about yesterday as well, where if the experience is something bad, maybe try to take something from it. Instead of thinking about how bad the experience was, take it for what it was. You didn't have a good time. It didn't go in your favor. The ball didn't roll your way. But what did you learn from it and how can you move forward on it? So take the experience for what it is. If you go in and you have a great time, just enjoy that great time. Don't think about how you can make it better. Don't think about the one thing that maybe someone said that might have ruined the experience. Just take it for what it is. Try to live in the present. Try to be where your feet are and just take everything for what it is. Take people for what they are. Take the experience for what it is and just allow life to come through you, not at you. I love you guys so much. I love you. If you haven't heard that today, I love you. Take one step forward for me today. I know how hard it can be to take a step forward in life. Hell, you've watched me take multiple steps backwards on this show, live and in life. So just know I'm trying to do it with you every day, and I know how hard it can be. But take one step forward for me today. I know how hard it can be. And we've learned through doing this show that it is actually through the attempt, not the result of taking that step forward that makes you a stronger person. And if we just wake up every single morning and together attempt to take a step forward, no matter how big and how small that step is for you, we're going to be better people than we were right now this time next year. Go tune into BTL. It's opening day. This is where they thrive. This is where they tap. This is where BTL makes the coin baseball season. There's 300 games. They're tapped into every player, every square, every game. And this is where they do some of their best work. So make sure you tune into BTL. It's on this channel right after this. It's where the sharps get to play. And they talk to you about the lines and the movement and where the public is at and what they like. And baseball is one of those sports where everything that they do just aligns. So make sure you go watch BTL today right after this on the same network and Surge stream right after that. Although I'm hearing potential collabage on Surge and BTL today. So Trent might be on to talk opening day with the Sharps. So make sure you go tune into that. Trent hit a 4-man and the Fugazi yesterday. So the kid might be getting hot. Might want to tail that one. Here we go. Have a great day. I love you guys so much. Have a Thursday. Have a great end of your week. We'll see you here tomorrow. Same time, same place. Love you guys.